Always turn it on the back so it's easy to slide through. If you turn it this side, it might slip. So always turn it on the shine part. Welcome, welcome. If you want to know what we're making today, you gotta tune in. You gotta stay and watch. I'm not forcing you to stay, but it is something interesting that you can make easily at home. And it has a lot to do with wings and the good old Grace products. Right now we have Grace coconut milk and we have Grace Maggi pumpkin beef seasoning or stew mix. We have our seasonings ready. Gonna add some ginger. Gonna add some onion. Gotta add some garlic. This is a huge onion. This one is bad, so I'll shut this one. Just put it aside, you don't want to put that in your garbage. It really smells. So we're going to go ahead and do the garlics. Again, welcome to the channel. If it's your first time, please leave a like, subscribe. You go check the channels out. You go check them out. You can go watch other videos you might like. If you want to know what we're making today, you got to stay till the end of the video. It will be something special. We can't hold you down or force you to stay here. But if you want to see what we're making, you can stay to the end of the video, which won't be long. Not unless you want it to be longer. So that's my garlic chopped up. I already have some white onion diced up. I just needed some red onion to give it some more color. That one was bad. This is my ginger. I use ginger as a seasoning, like I use onion and thyme and green pepper, whatever you call them. Just cleaning up the ginger. So what you want to do, you just want to get slices. This will really spice your food up. Any meal you're having, say you're making sweet and sour chicken, this is one of the main ingredients. Not everyone, but from where I'm from. We're gonna just throw it over there. Now that we have those ready, let's deal with our chicken wings. So we're also going to put a little small pot. This is going to be for something else we're making with the Grace Maggi noodle. Like sometimes people work late, you don't eat breakfast. You come in, the first thing you don't want to do is go eat rice. You might have gas or throw up, something like that. So you want to get something hot in your stomach. So over on that side, we're going to make that on that side. So we're going to deal with these chicken wings now. Now making 2 separate meals. Again, if it's your first time to the channel, please like and subscribe. You can go to the channel to check out other great videos. We do have a lot of playlists. Also, if you want to know what we're making, you got to stay to the end of the video. You got to watch what's happening. There's lots happening. We have our spices all diced up and ready. We have Grace. If you know Grace, if you're from the islands, you know what Grace is. It gives you all of the products you can't get at home because you live in like countries like Canada, like I do. So we have our stuff chopped up. We are making 2 meals, so we're gonna do 2 different chopping or 2 different whatever this is. So the reason why I'm cutting them like this, because this section is going to do one thing while the other section is going to do another. And you chop these out here like little drumsticks. We do already have our rice and it's doing its thing. You want to get your fork. I was taught to use a fork on rice to keep the space open for when it starts to steam. So we're going to close that back up. I'm just using 1 pack of chicken wings. This is what it came in. We got it from the store by Freshco. We normally go to Freshco or No Frills. 2 good stores to go when you're in Canada. So now we have our wings all chopped up. We're going to separate them. Alright, so these are good for there. Good for there. Good for there. Okay. So now that we have them separated, we're gonna go ahead and take these sections. I just chop them like that because I want to know how much I have. And that's good. So now that we have these here, don't look like much. As I was saying to someone the other day, that it doesn't take a lot to make a meal. Like $15 can really feed 3 families of 6. And I'm not even kidding. So this is going to go into that small pot that I just put on. It's always on the rings here stuff. So I've got that over there. And then I got my little nice little wings chopped up. You can see that. You wouldn't even know it's wings, like you're doing barbecue. So now that we have that there, I'm gonna rinse my board off. Let me know in the comment section if you use ginger the same way I do. Ginger is like spicy, so not a lot of people will use ginger like this. It's just really spicy. But now that we have that ready, I'm gonna go get the big boy. Whack. I love this. Nothing beats the whack. What I like to do with my wok is just give it a little grease before I put it on. Keep anything from sticking. I can already feel that heat. Perfect. So you can see we have our stuff ready. And I'm gonna go look if you guys left me any comments. Give me a second. Alright, my pot is hot, so we're gonna get to it. So before we put anything in the pot, you just want to put some seasoning on this baby. Ooh, that's getting real hot real fast. So we're gonna chuck that inside and we're gonna add some seasoning. That's the water dripping off my hand. We're not gonna put much seasoning. All we're gonna put is just some lemon pepper. And this is from Cool Runnings. Just gonna put that lemon pepper, mix that in, mix that in. Just gonna mix it in with my hand. I'm also gonna add some baking soda to that. And a little cornstarch. If you go watch my video with baking beef, you know why I use cornstarch and baking powder or baking soda. It's really good. Helps you to tenderize that meat, lock those flavors in. Yep. So now that that's ready, I'm going to add some more oil to this. It's really hot. I'm just going to add my meat. Just want to constantly check your rice if it's going good, and that's going good. That's boiling. So now that we have that on, I really like to use the wooden spoons and forks, and that's because I don't want to scrape the pot, right? You want your pot for long usage, so you want to keep that on scratch. Oh, that's coming along well. You can see on this side what it did to it, right? Cornstarch, baking powder, or baking soda. That's good work. That's sucking up the oil, so I just put a little oil around the edges. I haven't added any salt to my rice. This is also non-salted butter. I just drop that inside, let it melt, do its thing. Wow. This does its thing. What's up, guys? This is the show. John Darley. Big up. So yeah, we got that going. The chicken is doing its thing. So while that's doing its thing, I'm going to chop up some other stuff for the other pot. Again, if you want to know what we're making, you just got to stay to the end of the video, because that's what it's all about. They're trying to end the hunger crisis, but it says there in the Bible, you feed a man and he knows how to fish. So if you can't cook, I'm going to teach you not how to cook, but how to feed yourself. I just have chicken wings, some rice, potatoes, just the usual stuff. Doesn't need to be fancy restaurant style stuff. That's all it is. I'm old school, you know? Peel it like an orange. I'm going to go ahead and chop these up. Just into mini dices. Not too fine, not too big. Gonna set this pot, it's boiling, perfect. Don't matter if they get toasted. So what's going on with this pot? Has the chicken wings boiling. I'm going to toss these inside. But before that, I'm going to toss this over there. Keep them chicken wings burning. So I can scrape my pot and not scrape the pot. I can get all of that stuff off without scraping the pot. We got that going there. You can see it. So we're also going to do some carrots for the other part. You can see how I do this. I just use a vegetable peeler. I do want to go on some exploration. Like out to Calgary, Bolton, all of these places, you know, Parry Sound. I want to go see the outdoors. Do some outside cooking, stuff like that. Our chicken, our wing is coming out very well. Let me test these. Those are doing well. We'll keep them going. Check our rice. Our rice is almost there. You can turn that stove right down and let it do its thing. After the peel still what? That. I'm going to chop up the carrot. So this carrot goes here. You want to saute that with the wing. I'm going to put that in first because it takes a little bit longer. Now the other carrot goes with the other stuff. Again, if you want to see what we're making, you gotta stay to the end of the video. That's how it works. We're gonna show this over this side. I think we have enough of that. So this is boiling over here. So we're gonna go ahead and toss that into that pot. We're gonna leave that to boil. We're gonna check on our rice. How I was taught to check on my rice is again to use a fork. But instead of turning the rice this time, we're gonna check if it's dry down to the bottom. When you do that, you're gonna get your fork as dry as possible. Once it's dry, you're gonna open the pot and you're gonna stick it in. Stick it in, pull it out, then quickly do like that. It's a little damp, so it's still good to go a little bit more, but it's perfect. I could take that off and the heat would dry it. For those who can't see my rice, there's my rice. There's my rice. Perfection in a bottle. Well, not a bottle, but you know. Who say man can't cook, eh? And I just want to scrape out all of that goodness. Make sure I get everything on one page. Let me get those sauteed. I'm just going to toss these in also. Always you want y'all to see what's going on. There it is. There it is. That's what that looks like over here. There was some green mackerel. I don't know what this is. Don't quote me on this one. Everything kind of looks the same. So we're gonna do some of this too, just to get you balance in your meals. Just want to dice this up. We're going to toss this over here. Push it inside for now. We have this sauteing right here, so we're just checking on it. And it's coming wonderful. Look at that. That don't look good. So we're just gonna let that do its thing. The rice is perfect. Let me clean up. That is the one and see, one to see. That's what it is. That right there. Got the rice right there. Everything is all good. The meat is ready right now. And the rice is ready. So we're just gonna go ahead and dish y'all folks some. You know y'all hungry. So we're just gonna turn this off because this is ready. Tell me that don't look good. We're not done with the whack yet. We're going to turn off the stove under the rice. We're going to pour some water into the wok. Just going to pour some water into this. We're not done with it yet. We're going to grab our seasoning, our Maggi noodle, and Maggi, yes, our Grace noodle, and our Grace coconut milk. You just want to go ahead and pour some of this. Because I don't need the noodles out of this, I'm just going to cut it from the bottom. Because when things are shaked up and it's settled, things tend to separate, so you can just get the seasoning from the bottom instead of all of the noodles that you don't really want. You're just going to shake it out inside from the bottom. That's how you separate the noodle from the seasoning in the Maggi. There you go. See? So once we have this now, I'm just going to mix it up. And because you want to add warm water, I'll just scoop some from the pot. Or never mind, I could get some from the tap. So I'll just pour some warm water in. Whoops. Now mix that baby up. Mix it up like that. Then you're just going to pour it in. Turn that stove back on. And we're going to reuse this flavor. Just what's in the pot. All of that nice gooey stuff that was left behind can now be reused into a sauce. And nice milky coconut sauce. So we're gonna let that do its thing. We'll check on our other pot, which is over on this side, and it's coming on perfect. This is what's happening here. Again, if you want to know what we're making, you need to stay to the end of the video. If it's your first time, please tap the like button. If you don't know where the like button is, double tap the screen. Please share, like, and subscribe. And remember to stay to the end of the video so you can see what we're making. I already have a few down and we're finishing off. So now that's boiling over there. That's what you want. Instead of using a tomato sauce, I'll just use a tomato. Just want to dice it up fine. Just want to chuck that inside. Just want to let that do its thing for a little while. While that's doing its thing, we're going to go ahead and make another batch of this, but this time we're going to use everything. And this one's for the other part. So here we have the Grace Maggi noodle, and we have the Grace coconut milk, two of my favorite products. Gonna need warm water. You go ahead, toss your warm water in that. You're gonna mix that in, just like the first one. Want to get all those lumps mixed out. Want to get the milk into the mixture. And once it's smooth like this and you can't see any lumps, you're good to go. So over on the other side, we're just going to toss this in. I wonder who can guess what I'm making. And it smells so good. Grace coconut milk. Make everything smell so good. So there we have our appetizer on this side. If you can't see, this is our appetizer. Just a broth, a nice smooth broth. We're gonna half cover that, we're not gonna cover it fully. Gonna get back to our sauce, and our sauce is ready. We're just gonna pour our sauce in a little bowl or jar, whatever you call it. Just want to get all of that goodness inside. Sorry, folks. And that's your coconut sauce right there. Trust me, it tastes really good. Just want to put this aside. Let it cool off. Pour some warm water inside. While that's doing its thing, as I said, I'll give you a preview of dinner time. So there we have the meat, or the gravy, or the sauce. Now we need a plate. We have our plate, gravy, sauce. What else? Since I cook this with love, I'm gonna share it with much more love. Oh, that rice. So you guys could see that rice. Look at that rice. Look at that rice. Man cook. Man can cook. That rice is awesome. You know, on Farrell's Kitchen, we just like to make everything look more presentable. Even if it's 10 people that watch the video, at least they can take away something from it and be like, hey, the rice look good, if nothing else. And it smells good too. We are going to check on our broth. This is a chicken wing broth, and it's coming on quite well. So we're just going to share a little of this over here. And if you like gravy or sauce, this sauce is perfect. Look at that. Tell me you wouldn't eat that. And with that, as I said, we made a little broth. You know, broth goes a long way. Especially when you've had a long day, you just come home from work. You can't really eat right away. That's a lot of people who can't eat right away after they come home. So, you know, a little broth does do the trick. Look at that. That looks like a rose. big up the Grace, you know. They make some good products. Again, for us people who don't get to see home a lot, the Grace products does wonders. We're just gonna put that aside for now. Totally forgot about those. We have our broth here. So our broth smells delicious. It's gonna taste delicious. My broth is almost ready, and I'm just gonna add a can of peas to it, red peas. Again, I live in a country where it's hard to get peas, good peas, or when you want to do it easy. I normally drain the water off mine. That's gonna be real good. Lots of vitamins and essentials. So once you put that peas in, you can see how the red peas, how it changes the water, or changes the broth color. It gives it a nice look. So while the broth is on the horizon, I will taste this and let you know. Very good. Nice and garlicky, not spicy. I think not hot, peppery hot. The rice with the sauce has a nice coconut flavor to it. The rice isn't dry, but it's shelly. And it's not wet. Because you can just see it breaking apart. It doesn't stay. The vegetables are nice and sauteed and still a little crunchy, so that's a 5 for me. Overall, I'll give this meal, well, I'll give it a 10. You'd have to taste it to know, or make it and try it. Can you tell that it tastes good? Let me check on my broth. It's doing its thing. All the vegetables are ready, so it's just for the broth itself to start boiling again, and it will be done. While then, I'm going to keep eating. So take a bit more sauce. That ginger. I'm literally eating a ginger. I won't need ginger tea if I get a cold. I have to say, the sauce doesn't look amazing, but it gives that extra kick, you know, and it's affordable. You don't need to have ketchup, barbecue sauce, or anything. Same thing you're making your soup with or your broth. So you can use a little to make some sauce. Some people would add more add oil to it, but I just wanted it that way. The wing is amazing. It's like a garlic wing. It tastes like just like something you get at a Chinese restaurant. We're just waiting on our broth to be ready. Guys, this is so good. You have ginger, peppers, everything collides together. And my broth is ready. So back home, what we do is we boil the peas until it gets really soft. And then once you start making your broth, it kind of dissolves and makes it thick. Boy, that tastes good. Now that my broth's ready, I'm just gonna pour a bit so you guys can see. Fingers crossed. Here you can see it. Nice broth. Nothing expensive. Few little ingredients that you can find at home every day. Gonna have that after I finish my wings. This rice is amazing. Mix a little white rice with lentil. Add a little butter to it.
Now this broth is good for when you just get home, you're hungry, and you know you can't just go eat right away. You know, you make something like this, perfect. You have your carrots, you have a potato, and you have your wings. What else do you want? And don't forget the Grace coconut milk and the Grace noodles. Because this isn't heavy, so it helps you to break that gas and all of that good stuff. So, you know how it is. If you're first time to the channel, please go like, share, and subscribe. This is our man cook, yeah? This broth is, it's really a broth. It has that, you know how I put the coconut milk in it? It should be creamy, but it's not creamy. It has that nice coconut flavor to it. Because coconut has its own essential oils, it has that nice smooth taste. Guys, this has been an amazing meal. I might eat it off before my girl gets in, so what to do? Maybe I should wash out the pots and the plates and act like nothing was cooked in the house. Hide these in the freezer. Anybody out there does that? People come into your house, you wash out the plates, start putting away stuff from the places they would go. Guys, this broth is amazing. I'll taste the wing. The wing just slides off in your mouth. It's perfect. Here I came just to make one little meal. End up making 2 meals. They both taste good. So before I go, I want to let you guys know, thank you for coming out. Thank you for showing your support. Even if you're just passing by and you saw the channel and you stopped, I thank you. A watch is always great. It's a view and we appreciate it. So thank you guys for stopping by. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. And if you can support, you can join the channel and show some support. Again, thank you. This meal has no name. It just tastes good. Sauce, rice, everything. Shelly, look, it could fall out of the pot and it's cooked. It smells good too. Thumbs up the channel.